up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. And yes, today I am going to be finishing up the Jarico tank as far as planting and all that. But before we get into that, I wanted to give you guys a few updates on some things that I haven't really shown in a while on camera, and also a few new things. I know I haven't posted a video in like over a week now, but I'm back now. So with that being said, you guys, let's get into today's video. But check it out, about 2 days ago I actually got this new red Cobra Guppy for the Guppy tank. You can see him right there. And he is looking and doing really good in here. I said I wanted to get some Cobra Guppies for the Guppy tank, but there was only that guy at the store, so I went ahead and got him because, as you can see, he's a really nice looking guppy. He's actually the only Cobra Guppy in here. The rest of them are just like fancy guppies and some endlers. But all the other guppies in here are looking and doing really good. All the babies as well. You can see two of the babies right there. Oh, there's another one actually. But I'm gonna put a few flakes in here and just watch how many babies start to come out of like nowhere. Literally nowhere. A lot of them start to come out of this back corner back here, but they will literally just start coming out of every little section of the tank. There's one of them right back there. Check out those guys from above just feasting on those flakes. Look at that. And I do know that by having a Cobra Guppy in here mixed in with all these other fancy guppies, I do know that it can kind of throw off the breeding and all that and how the babies turn out. But to me, that's not a big deal. I just like to have a tank full of, you know, really nice looking guppies. Now the Oscar and the Jack Dempsey are looking and doing great as well. Gonna give these guys a few pellets. Oh, look at them. Oh, got it, look at that. Jack Dempsey come up there and just smack the top of the water. Look at that. And this has been the main food that I've fed my Jack Dempsey over the years, has been these Aquarium cichlid pellets, and you can see how well that they make him look and how healthy that he is. That guy absolutely loves them. Now this is something that is honestly really crazy. So one day, actually last week, just randomly out of nowhere, one day I turned the lights on, and the clownfish decided that they wanted to come out here in the open and start being personable for once and actually start eating. I mean, they were eating before, but not like eating really good and not really eating much frozen. But there's the hawkfish just chilling right there, looking and doing really good. And next to him, there's the arrow crab picking his way around the tank. Hammer coral looking great, so are the candy canes up there. And the African cichlid tank is doing just fine. As you can see, there's not as many cichlids as there once was in here. That's because I actually did give a few of the cichlids away to one of my friends who actually has a 40-gallon tank. But I am going to start adding more cichlids back in here, and as you can see, that Snow White is getting pretty feisty right now. But the pike cichlid has been doing really good in here, and all three of the Synodontis cats as well. That Snow White's going crazy right now. And the Convicts. I don't know how long it's been since I've shown these two guys. They've been doing really good in here. They've been getting along great, been growing and everything. But guess what? No breeding whatsoever. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time and see what happens. But yeah, they're doing really good in here. There's the female right there, and there's the male right next to her. And the Peepupper tank. It has been so long since I've really shown this tank and the Peepupper in here. I just kind of spooked him, but he's chilling right back there in the back corner. He gets kind of spooked easily, but he's been doing really good in here. He's been chowing down on bloodworms and everything. And honestly, the tank doesn't look that bad. It's got some algae on the side. I need to clean that off. But the hair grasses went absolutely berserk in here. You can see how well it is spread throughout the tank. Over here on this weak light side of the tank, so this is literally the blue light side of the tank, and you can see how well that it's spread over here, and it's still doing really good in here. So now that I've given you guys a few updates on some things, I'm going to throw you back to yesterday actually when I finished up the Jarico tank. Anyways though, I did get the other 15 pots of the Monte Carlo for that tank right over there, and we're about to plant every single one of these bad boys. Now one thing I did learn from planting those 6 pots is that I've got to be very careful about how I plant this stuff, because it is very messy. But certainly once I get done with it all, that tank should be looking really good. Without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, that's a lot of plants, and I mean, just look at that, just a pile of stuff. Anyways, did get it all unpotted, and it is now time to transfer all of that and put it into the tank and do it neatly and very organized. I want to make this tank look really good, and that's going to take me a good amount of time to plant all this and get it in a spot where it looks great. So I'm gonna get started.
You
see all these little petals coming up? Like, that was exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I was trying to be as careful and, like, precise as I could be. And you can see with just 2 plants how big of a mess that it makes. Anyways. Okay, so I now see why they make aquascaping tools, because if I had those little bitty tweezer looking things, this would have been way easier to plant. I try to cover up the front part of the tank and then leave the back space open back there for it to kind of fill in once it starts growing and really taking off. You can see that little Lupe is very curious of it, and he honestly doesn't get that stressed out when I'm in and out of the tank. He's honestly more curious than anything, but I think this is going to look really, really good once this stuff starts really taking off, of course, with the Eco Complete substrate. But it's definitely going to take it a while to really cover up the whole entire tank, but to help it kind of get started, I've got some of this flourish right here, which has a lot of nutrients and stuff in it to help this Monte Carlo really get going. And it says a cap per 40 gallons, which means that stuff is very, very rich, so I definitely don't need to add too much of it. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of it in here, and that'll give these plants kind of a head start. Well guys, it's been about 2 days now since I finished up the Dragonstone tank, and honestly, in my opinion, I think it looks really, really good. Now if I could just get this stuff to really start taking off and really covering up a good section of the bottom part of the tank, I will be really, really happy with this tank. But I think this tank has the potential to honestly look really, really good. But it's going to be pretty interesting to see how well this stuff grows in here and just overall how well that it does. But I want you guys to let me know what you think of the tank and any other things that you think I should add or do to the tank, and any other specific fish that you think would be a good tank mate with the Lupe cichlid. Like I said, I am probably going to be getting another one in there about his size. It's going to have to be about his size because, like I said, he's very territorial. And I'm also probably going to be getting a Chinese algae eater as well, because that tank is going to need an algae eater. If you guys have any other suggestions, definitely let me know. With that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!